The agency is one of the most important businesses to own in Grand Theft Auto Online. It not only has multiple different ways of earning money, but it's a property that is fantastic whether you're a new player or a fairly experienced player. Unlike the Kosatka, which features the Cayo Perico heist, which a lot of people have gotten bored of doing throughout the years of it existing, the agency has many different ways of making money. And even if you do get bored with the agency, the best thing is that it will still make you money in the background due to the wall safe that is constantly giving you cash. In today's video, I will be doing a full review of the agency, talking about each and every one of its capabilities and why this is a must-have S-tier property in 2024 for Grand Theft Auto Online. We're going to start off by making our way over to the computer, where we have security contracts, and we also have the VIP contract. Now, the VIP contract is very simple. You have a bunch of different jobs that you can do. You have the Nightlife League, you have the High Society League, and the South Central League. Each of these branches feature 3 missions in total, 2 of which you're able to do in a public session. The final one you have to do in an actual mission. Completing all of these is probably going to take you around 40 to 50 minutes. Then, after exiting your computer and completing all of those branches, you're going to see that there is a golden F on my minimap. And if you head right over to this little circle, you are then able to start up the final 2 missions. Finding Johnny Guns, and then Don't Fork with Dre, where you are able to get the grand total of $1 million after you complete everything. Should take you about an hour and 20-ish minutes once you get it done, and that's actually pretty good for $1 million, especially because all of your passive businesses are running in the background while you obviously run this property. The other way of making money on this computer is security contracts, and security contracts are really solid. You have a couple different ones that you can do. You have something like recover valuables, liquidize assets, and gang termination. These are all going to pay you very similar, around $30,000 to $50,000, depending on how often you do them. And the reason that these security contracts are so good is because of the fact if we exit out of the computer and go over to the wall safe behind us here, you're going to notice we currently have $8,000 in the wall safe. This will go to a max of around $200,000, and you can grab this whenever you want. Every 5 security contracts you complete is going to give you $500 of passive income every 48 minutes. It is going to max out at $20,000, but that is $20,000 every 48 minutes. And unlike the Chop Shop and unlike other properties, this business will always stay at whatever money you have. So I could leave my GTA AFK overnight, and if I wake up tomorrow morning, my Grand Theft Auto will have whatever that hourly income is. You don't need to do anything. It stays at the exact same rate forever, which actually makes the passive income in the agency probably one of the most effective in the game. There's still one final way of making money with the agency, and that is Payphone Hits. Rockstar is incredibly undecided on how they want Payphone Hits to work. I have a feeling we're going to keep the current iteration, but originally Payphone Hits paid $85,000, and there was a 20-minute cooldown. Then Rockstar changed it to a 45-minute cooldown, and then we're at the current spot where it's a 10-minute cooldown for $45,000. I think that this is fine. Payphone Hits are really easy to complete. Only takes you around 3 to 5 minutes to do on average, depending on which job you have. And they pay you good money, $45,000. I personally find myself doing Payphone Hits usually when I'm working with a business like The Hangar or some sort of property where there's a cooldown, and while I'm waiting for that cooldown, I'll go call Franklin, do a quick Payphone Hit, and then once I'm done with that, I'll head back over to the original business and start sourcing again, rinse and repeat. That's usually where I find Payphone Hits most effective, because otherwise it's usually more efficient just to head over to your bunker or over to your CEO building, do a mixed goods export, and earn $50,000. When starting a mission, you have the option of either calling in a personal vehicle or a helicopter. So as we can see, I can call in one out of my 19 vehicles, which are stored inside of the agency garage we'll be breaking into in just a moment. But we also have helicopters. Just like the CEO office building, you can call out a couple different personal aircraft. But the thing I should point out is that none of these are able to be weaponized. You can't call out the Savage or the Buzzard, which is a little unfortunate. But the agency comes with a free Super Voltio, which is actually an incredibly good deal if you ask me personally. You're buying a $2 million property and you're getting an almost $3 million helicopter. If you're a low level, being able to get this helicopter out immediately is super useful. And I personally like to use it even though I am a higher level. On this account, I'm 236. I've earned hundreds of millions of dollars, but I still like to use the Super Voltio because of the fact it's just so quick to spawn out, grab, fly to where you're going, and then once you get to that location, you can call out whatever weaponized vehicle you want. And the best is yet to come. Making our way to the garage of the agency is really where things get impressive. The agency comes with a 21-car garage included in the building. That alone is absolutely fantastic, and especially judging that you can call out any personal vehicle you have in the garage from the top when you're doing a mission, means that you can store an Oppressor Mark II or a Deluxo in here and boom, call it out, immediately start flying if you don't want to use the Super Voltio. The agency also comes with an upgrade shop, which allows you to specifically turn certain vehicles into Amani Tech beasts. This here is the brand new Terminus. It is one of the coolest off-road vehicles added into the game. If you watch any YouTubers' reviews on this vehicle, they will all agree it's absolutely amazing. And as you can see, we can bring it right over to the customization shop, and we have armor plating. These armor plates will allow the Terminus to survive 4 sticky bombs and 10 homing missiles. Not only that, but then you can make your way specifically to the Amani Tech upgrades, and you can put a missile lock-on jammer. This protects your vehicle from being homed on by any other players or threats that have missiles. You can also use a remote control unit, which allows you to drive this vehicle without even being inside of it, which is kind of insane. You can do this for, I think, around 20 Amani Tech vehicles that now exist in the game, some of which feature even semi-bulletproof glass. The fact that you can get these armored vehicles inside of a business that earns you millions of dollars, that also comes with a 20-car garage, is kind of insane when you think about it. If you're new to the game and you don't own an agency, I would highly recommend to buy one. I'm pretty sure everybody in the comments will agree that this will be one of the most important purchases you can make in the game. It's just absolutely incredible to get your hands on. The last thing I figured we should talk about if you did want to buy an agency is locations. There are a couple scattered around the map, 4 as we can see in total. There are none outside of the city. Now, the most expensive agency is, weirdly enough, all the way in Hawick at $2.8 million. A lot of people say this is a good location because it's closer to Sandy Shores and Paleto Bay where some of the missions are, but I mean, really, it's like, what, half a mile distance between the other agencies? It doesn't really matter. It's not worth it to spend an additional $800,000 on a location that's still in the city. This here is the location I would recommend to buy if you are new to the game. It's $2 million. The one I own is like 2.2 or 2.3 million, but they're basically right next to each other. So I would recommend to buy Little Seal. You don't need to put art. You don't need to do a wallpaper. You don't need to put highlights in it. You don't need an armory. This is kind of useless for the most part unless you want to upgrade your weapons. You don't need accommodations. All you want is the vehicle workshop, which is an additional $800,000. So to get your agency fully kitted out, you're going to have to spend about $2.8 million. The reason you want the workshop is specifically because of the fact that you are able to customize Amani Tech vehicles inside of it, and it's just really nice to be able to upgrade your own vehicles inside of your personal storage. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the agency. I don't really think there's going to be anybody that's going to disagree with the fact that it is probably one of the best properties in the game. It's just so useful to be able to call in whatever vehicle you have and instantly do a mission, earn a lot of money, and have some fun while doing it. I think the Dr. Dre VIP missions are great. Plus, there are also some other missions that you can do with Lamar and Franklin even after you finish the Dr. Dre missions. So I just think it's an absolutely incredible business in general. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.